Hey guys, how you doing? So my name is Luis Lopez, and I'm the founder of Truck Hub. And just a little backstory: I've been running a trucking business. It's called Freight Hub, and we are an asset-based trucking company. Uh, about 2.5 years ago, I started development of Truck Hub because I just couldn't find an operating system that could meet my specific company needs. We currently, right now, Freight Hub Group, we do last mile delivery, full truckload nationwide, and we do a container drayage. And our app, Truck Hub, provides all three modes of transport, allows us to do all three modes of transport in one application. Also connects with QuickBooks. So I want to just go into the app. I'm going to log in. I'm going to log in and I'm going to just do a quick rundown of what the app does. Be clear on who the demographic of the application's for, and what I think we're going to be doing in the near future that I think is going to help trucking companies like myself in providing better, more efficient services to freight forwarders, brokers, shippers, because ultimately, more now than ever, B2B customers want an experience, and that experience for transportation point A to point B is a digital footprint, and that's what we're going to look at now. So you got a nice dashboard. You can see, how many containers, how many truckloads, how many last mile delivery shipments you have. You can see active, pending, total shipments. The core of Truck Hub is MapView. And MapView basically provides three maps. You got containers, you got truckloads, and then you have LTL. And every order can be broken down by customer, right? Or I can go to all customers and I can see all specific statuses of every order. So you have pre-planning, pending, dispatched, active, completed, archived, and then statuses per leg. You also can compress the view. You can add traffic. You can remove truck clusters, or you can add truck clusters. So as you can see here, as we go through the map, every department, like for example, if I add a traffic layer and I save it, when it populates the traffic, it's going to give you all the traffic in, for example, the South Florida area where we provide service, but also everywhere in the United States, right? So you can see here, everywhere here, you see all the red means that there's a lot of traffic or there's congestion. And basically what the purpose of this map view is to have a kind of like a general idea every department. We'll look at truckloads for a minute. Look at every department and have just kind of a holistic view of what every department's doing and where your trucks are currently in basically real time. So the driver has a mobile app, and the mobile app is providing information to the driver, similar to what you would maybe send if you're running your trucking company on paper. You would send them a text message. Instead of a text message, they download an app, and that app allows us to geofence every status in real time. And I'll show you what the geofencing will look like. So the geofencing will start when the driver accepts the order, right? And the customer also will have this experience on their web portal. But for the driver's aspect, all they really got to do is accept the order. And then once they've accepted that order, the geofencing kicks in and every status changes based on the pickup location being geofenced. When they leave the pickup location, it's geofenced and it's in transit to pickup. And when they arrive at the delivery location, it changes to arrived at delivery location, and everything is date and timestamped. customer also can get an invoice now through the application and know exactly what they're paying, and where any contact, any of the contacts that are part of that shipment will now be a contact in that shipment, and everybody can interact with being able to provide phone number or email address to the dispatch manager or the customer that's handling the order. So the core of the application is for sure map view. The other side of map view is going to be all the drivers, so you can see every department has all its drivers. I'm doing currently this demo at 6:46 p.m. Eastern time, so most of the drivers are already gone for the day. Our full truckload guys are still working. And if you look at our full truckload guys, you can go to a specific shipment. So let's look at Simon Express Logistics order 2409. Let's look at this gentleman here. This is Javaris. This is our driver, Javaris. The red line is what the driver did, and the blue line is what Google says would be the ideal route. So the driver didn't exactly take the route that Google told him to take. But if you look at the statuses, so the order was accepted on May 8th. Our dispatcher, Christian Rowland, modified the order on May 8th at 4:50. Was dispatched to Javaris, our driver, at 4:58. Was in transit to pickup on May 9th at 1:38. And Javaris got to the pickup location at 2:16 p.m. on May 9th and Javaris completed the order on May 13th at 10:13 a.m. So that, it kind of just gives you an overall view of when it started, where he was in transit, the date, the time. And the other cool thing is that Javaris has to upload the proof of delivery in real time. So, like, for example, here, Javaris took a picture and the bill of lading and uploaded it into the app. And now the app it saves the proof of delivery. Our dispatchers are able to upload rate confirmation, right? And everything is uploaded into the app and is able to be sent through the app to the customer. So if I would like to send the customer all the pictures and the invoice, all I got to do is go here and send email, and it automatically will send it to these email addresses that are assigned. So, backstory going back to why I created the app. The app is very user friendly. I'm running 50, 60, 80 trucks per department. I can't have an operating system that requires for a lot of front office training and back office management. I can't do it. I need an application that allows me to be dynamic, provide a customer an Uber-like experience, but also that I can get maybe somebody that doesn't have a lot of trucking experience and get them on the app for 2-3 hours and get them working on the app right away. And Truck Hub allows you to do that. With Truck Hub, you don't have to be super technical, and you don't have to be advanced in programming in order to use it. It's meant to be super friendly, and that's why I created the app, because I could not afford having a full truckload division that has 40 plus trucks. Only it doesn't have 100 trucks. I can't afford that McLeod model, which is heavy upfront cost, $100,000 in order to onboard, and then fly somebody down here to train me, spend a bunch of money every year or every month on management of the server and all that stuff. This is fully cloud based, so there is no there's no server. This is plug and play. Our driver app is on Google Play Store and is on the Apple Store. So any driver with a phone or an iPad or a Samsung tablet can just download the app, and with internet access, I'm providing through Truck Hub the customer real-time GPS tracking, real-time geofencing and status updates, and a real-time POD. And those are three things before Truck Hub I could never do. So this has been a dynamic way for us to grow our business, because when I go to customers, I no longer have a conversation about rates. I'm having a conversation about an overall experience. What is the app providing? What kind of visibility is providing the data? And we're going to get into reporting on a future podcast and demo. But for now, I just want to kind of give you a real holistic view of what Truck Hub really does. Finally, I want to talk about who is Truck Hub made for? Is it made for brokers to sell brokerage service to? No, absolutely not. This is meant for a trucking company, ideally a trucking company of 50 trucks or less, who would want to pay a subscription monthly and get online immediately and upload in the settings all their drivers and upload all their trucker information, and with a 2-day transition max, be up and running and be able to provide automation to their customers. Because when it comes down to the customer, and when we look at an order that's been completed, for example, like this one, when a customer is uploaded into the app, and we're going to edit this order. So this is where we would create the order. Every customer that is added and every email address is going to receive all the automation. So all the status updates that you see here when the order is processed, the customer will get an automatic email. And that automatic email will provide a link to the Truck Hub app, but also the current status of that app, of that shipment in real time. So what we're trying to do as a forward-thinking trucking company, and now a technology company that is looking to provide software as a service in the near future, is provide a software application, an operating system that allows a trucking fleet of 5 trucks, 6 trucks, 8 trucks, 10 trucks, 15 trucks to scale their business organically, through hard work and through providing good service, but now also with a platform that provides data analytics, real-time updates, so that you're not growing your fleet and then adding 2 or 3 employees for every 15, 20 trucks. You can run 40, 50 trucks on Truck Hub with 2 or 3 people. And even though for the customer, it'll look like all these automatic updates are happening by human beings, in reality, it's all artificial intelligence and automation on the back end that's allowing all this stuff to happen, that is allowing for that trucking company to be efficient and to put money in their pocket. Trucking's hard. It's very hard to make money in this business. You have a lot of obstacles that are against you. You have a driver shortage, you have fuel costs, you have repair costs, you have maintenance of the trucks, you have human resources, you have to onboard drivers, medical cards, it can go on and on. So how do you scale your business, right? And in this case, being a trucking company, how do you scale your business from 40, 50 trucks to 80 trucks and be profitable when you have to add human beings in order to do the manual updates? It just does not make sense. And that's where, with Truck Hub, you're able to grow your fleet, right? But not have to grow your personnel on your back office when it comes down to dispatchers and customer service agents. They're still going to be very important and crucial, but now you can have a smaller group of dispatchers and customer service agents that are going to be able to enter the data on the front end, which entering the data will happen when you actually create the shipment. So when a customer sends you a delivery order, Now you have to manually create that delivery order and add the pickup, delivery, all the information, add the customer. And then once you add the customer and you add all the emails that belong to that customer, guess what? As long as that driver's app is working and it's on, all the automation is going to happen in real time without you clicking a button, making a phone call, or sending an email. And I know it sounds too good to be true, but it's just the reality. And I've grown my business organically on the asset-based carrier side for 2 years simply by providing technology, visibility, and a Uber-like experience that there's just not that many trucking companies doing. And my goal is to provide software as a service to my own competitors in order to make their business more efficient and kind of come to the 21st century when it comes down to technology. Because running a trucking business on paper, running any business on paper just does not make sense. And if you're a trucking owner, you're probably working 12, 15 hours a day, taking minimal vacation, because the only way for you to make sure that your bottom line is covered is by you being in the office and making sure your people are working. You don't have to do that anymore. Now you can be anywhere in the United States, anywhere across the country, in Europe on vacation, and you're going to be able to log in and you can see here all your customers and every order that was completed and when it was completed and how it was completed. So if a customer sends you an email and they're complaining about a problem, well, you don't have to make a call to figure out why that container didn't make it or that full truckload didn't make it to delivery on time. You can look at it here and say, oh, wait a minute. Driver got in an accident. Driver had a flat tire. Or you know what? The dispatcher made a mistake and dispatched it later in the afternoon than when we got the order. All those things, and you'll be able to see a proof of delivery. You'll be able to see pictures of the freight. You can have the driver upload pictures of the freight. You'll be able to see your rate confirmation, right? All the things that we take for granted now, and I've been there as well. I've been for many years where I would have to wait for drivers to get back from their trip, and then I had somebody scanning paperwork all day. I've eliminated that. And the way I've eliminated that is by allowing the driver to do it for me. Drivers are idling a lot for a long time per day. And I don't find it impossible for your truckers and your drivers to be able to upload a picture on an app while they're waiting an hour and 15 minutes to either be loaded or unloaded. So the goal of this is to, further develop the app every day. We have in-house engineers. We have 8 engineers developing the app every day. But it's also to give you a peace of mind that this application is being made by a trucker who's fighting the same, issues that you're fighting every day and trying to make a difference in how the operations run by bringing a digital footprint to the day-to-day, right? So just to kind of wrap around, and we're going to do a ton more videos of, there's so many other things that the Truck Hub app does. For example, like I can manage all my yard equipment here. I can manage all my chassis. I can manage all my trailers. I can manage all the equipment that's at my yard. I can manage that in Truck Hub. I also have a very, very lightweight CRM, very basic CRM that allows us to pull data from emails and push them into Truck Hub and create basically a potential lead through Truck Hub. We'll talk about fuel reports, right? Like very simple back office fuel reports, right? Super important. We'll talk about fuel reports. We'll talk about settings, right? We'll talk about, how do I upload rates? How do I create customers? How do I give customers email automation, right? How do I upload all my vehicles? Because you have to upload all your vehicles, all your chassis. How do I upload all my trailers, right? All the equipment that's used to run trucking companies is going to be that back office settings that are going to allow for the automation to occur, right? So there's a ton of things here that we're going to go through. I don't want to overwhelm anybody. We also have one more thing. We have a recruitment manager. Manages every driver that you've ever had, given you a driver's license or provided you their phone number that they're interested in a job. We have all that data here. So you know exactly when we talk to a driver, the date, the time, everything is here. So there's a ton of things that Truck Hub can do. And not very impressive, but your standard load board. I don't really use this because I really like the map view, but I'll show you the load board anyways. So your standard kind of like all your orders and all your drivers, more of a traditional way of dispatching. I like map view. I think map view is much more forward thinking, and it's super interactive and allows me to know where every one of my drivers are. I know what orders they've been dispatched, what orders they've completed. So, hey, look, there's different strokes for different folks, right? Tons of ways to see the same data. We just want to give it to you all in a kind of holistic and all-in-one solution, and then you find the best ways to look at your data. For me, I like MapView. I personally love being able to go to every department and seeing a map, seeing every icon of every driver, seeing the traffic conditions. I truly enjoy that experience, but there's tons of different ways to see the same data. So we're going to get into a lot more conversations in the upcoming weeks about all the data capacity that Truck Hub has and how to kind of change the conversation with your customers. I want to kind of give you my way that I sell my trucking services, but not by selling a service anymore, but selling the software, selling the actual technology. So thanks for your time. Again, my name is Louis, and I'm the founder of Truck Hub, and love to discuss further in upcoming YouTube and podcasts what we're doing. But for now, it's kind of like a very simple teaser of all the capability that Truck Hub has. So thanks again.